What's up, everybody? This is Oz from Oz Universe. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Shout out to all the North Carolina duelists out there watching this video right now. Me, myself, and let me introduce you myself, a duelist that started dueling back in 2016 in the full fusion era. I got back into the game, haven't stopped playing ever since. I played decks like Infernoble, Orcus, competitively at locals. I've topped locals now with this deck profile that I'm going to bring you, which is Dragunity. Dragon deck that people think is lesser than dealing, but I'm here to change your minds today, here, and now. So let's get started. Let's go with 3 Remus, 1 Phalanx, 2 Koos. This lineup is absolutely correct. 3 is mandatory to search out Ravine. The 1 Phalanx, because you're bringing that out with Sonetis anyway, and he's the most generic tuner. You can go into things like Savage Dragon and Scarlight, but Koos is obviously the more powerful version of the tuners because he counts as a level 4, so that's why you need to run the 2, especially for in the combo lines where you end up not locked in anything. You can go into Halki Fibrax to bring out another version of Koos to make your explosive Barcha plays. Next, we got the Winged Beast starters, 3 Sonatas, mandatory. Brings out a tuner from the deck. However, you do have to discard for cost. Typically, that's a good thing if you have its tuner in hand. 2 Legatus. This is a reprint for cards like Garuda and replaced it. And the 1 Dux, who's the 3rd version of Legatus. You only need the 1, which is the follow-up normal summon. Typically, you don't go with Dux the first return, but if you do, you're not locked in anything, so you can still try to bring out multiple tuners to extend into Barcha as best as possible. However, he is not the superior starter Sonatas is, in my opinion, and this is why I have this lineup here. We also have the honorary Blackwing Zephyros Elite and the 2 Baby Rocks. You need 2 Baby Rocks because the first one allows Jader to extend into Romulus by itself, and the second one allows you to go into Savage Dragon by itself, which is unexplainable. The level 8 Synchro plays that this card allows is really, really awesome. Zephyros is obviously mandatory. Great Wing Beast extender, and allows your plays with cards like Ravine to be even more explosive and expansive. However, this card does help you lose to draw a lot faster, so you have to keep that in mind. Alright, next we have Tempest, Goliath, Armogram, Mistletoe, and Leviathan. Alright, so all the armor cards are mandatory. A lot of people like to play 2, but I don't think that's really necessary. The 1 is absolutely perfect because you get to search it out with Glow. Glow is another copy of Mistletoe, which will equip Koos and go straight into a level 10 Synchro play. Or equipping into Jader to get you into level rank 8 plays. Armor Leviathan is superior than things like Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon due to the fact that he plays with your Dragunity cards a lot better to equip from the grave. It's a lot more seamless when you can just normal summon a Dux, equip something, banish it for Leviathan, and go into a Synchro 8-10 play for a follow-up. Or even just banishing your Barcha to ensure that you have the Arid Bear for your end board first turn. Armor Leviathan is what allows Arid Bear to come out the easiest. Armogram, a lot of people cut this card, but that's absolutely incorrect. This card is a negate. This card says you can banish 2 Dragon Wing Beast monsters from your graveyard, special summon from your hand or graveyard, and you can target 1 face-up monster and its effects are negated permanently. It's such a free negate, free body, free Dragunity extender that's overlooked, and I think that's super incorrect. Yeah, you can't really do anything with the level 10, but the fact that he's a body that has a negate to out cards like Winda or anything really problematic standing in your way, or to even just push through a board or hand traps to help ensure your Jadark plays. It's a really good card. Amorphage Goliath is a secret tech of mine, not so secret, due to a lot of players I know playing the Amorphage and Lechery Lock. That's what I did before, but figuring out the combo requires a lot of setup and a lot of card economy, which this deck really struggles with the -1 with Jadark adding and pitching each time. So I figured the best Spheres target was Amorphage Goliath to ensure people go into the battle phase, try to attack my Goliath, which has a 0 attack and defense. That's fine because that ensures me a main phase 2 and then the follow-up turn play, right? For the opponent being forced into main phase 2. But the best part is, even if they don't out it, say they just leave it and they think that that you're locked out of the Armagram can negate it. It can negate any monster in the field, so you can just negate Goliath and use it for a level 8 body to go into a level 10 synchro play. Some funny interactions with this card also is if you bounce a card from spheres in their battle phase, summon this, basically you have to go into main phase 2 and now they're locked out of the extra deck. So it's kind of funny. And then we have Tempest. Tempest is a really good searcher. I don't use Gold Sarcophagus with this card due to the fact that Tempest is just really strong when you draw it, or even if you don't, you can pitch it off Dragon Ravine as an extender. So this card in tandem with Armagram being able to be banished as well for the search is really nice. Last but not least, we got the 3 Dragon Ravines and the 4th Dragon Ravine, really. Terraforming is an addition because a lot of times, sometimes you don't get into Ravine, you don't get into Remus, and you don't get into a way to get Remus out. Terraforming is just that extra layer of consistency. Got the 2 Glow and the last but not least, the Oubliette. Oubliette is a great counter trap which can negate and banish a spell or trap while you control a Dragunity synchro monster. It also gives boosted attack to those monsters, which can come up. Glow is absolutely mandatory at 2. A lot of people I see cutting it to 1. That's incorrect, and you'll see why with the 2 Romulus that I play. This card is your follow-up. This card is Arma Mistletoe, equipping from the grave and ensuring you a synchro 10 play for the follow-up, which is usually Ascalon for a board wipe. So 2 is really good. All right, last but not least, we got the anti-hand trap brigade. So we got 2 cross-out designator, 1 call by the grave, 2 triple toxic talents, 1 effect dealer, triple impermanence, 1 Duel and Lockbird, and 1 Ash Blossom. 2 tactics is absolutely amazing. This card allows you to steal a monster or draw 2 cards or even rip 1 card out of the hand. Just depending on how the meta is, how your matchups really are, this card can help you extend or steal the game. This card I would never cut, and the reason why I played 2 is because realistically it's just a 3rd call by, the 2 extra copies of call by, I mean. This card I used to play at 3, and it's just so great to push through hand traps. Konami really needs to reprint, make this come back to 3. I played 2 crossouts due to the fact that sometimes this card really does brick, but it's a lot stronger than meets the eye when you realize that a lot of people do play some of these common hand traps, which you can stop. Even cards like Tactics, Call By, stuff like that other people will play, you can stop that as well. You can even stop a crossout if you really want to, which is funny. Ash Blossom, well timed Ash can stop any turn, so this is a great card to play. Even if you draw it, it's amazing. You can use it on your opponent's turn. Duel and Lockbird, same thing. Decks love to add these days, especially ours. So this is why I play that. 3 Imperm, due to the fact that this card does not lose to Tactics talents, and the fact that it's not once per turn, it's one of the strongest hand traps in the game. And we got Effect Veiler. I did not play this originally, but decks like Sky Striker are coming back, going into the access code combo with Halki Fibrax. And I mean, people are just playing this in general, a lot of my locals. I know I'm planning to go to YCS and a regionals coming up here in Greenville, South Carolina, which it may not be a prevalent option, so this could be a good side option or a main deck change. But for now, I'm picking this as the last option for my hand trap lineup for crossout designator anti-hand trap brigade. Oh, don't forget about Nibiru. Forgot to mention him. He hurts too. He's my 7th hand trap in the crossout lineup. Onto the extra deck. Starting off with 2 Romulus, 1 Triple Burst, 1 Pisty, 1 Halki Fibrax, 1 Heroic Spheres of the Heavenly Spheres, 1 Arid Bear, 1 Ascalon, 1 Barcha, 1 Jaderg, 1 Savage Dragon, and 1 Crystal Wing. 1 Access Code, 1 Saryuja, and a Tum. And then a Nibiru token. We have 2 Romulus here. One's for the follow-up. Halki Fibrax is in the combo routes where you don't get locked into dragons and you want to make your Barcha plays more explosive. That's why he's there. Access Code is honestly here as the Boral Sword for going first, just in case that, hey, I'm not locked in anything and I can kind of go into him. He has a vast variety of attributes here to banish, so that's why I chose him. But I do side him out sometimes into Boral Sword. Arid Bear, Amazing card going first, negate and banish is part of your end board. We have Ascalon, which is your follow-up negating, not once per turn, one monster negate. So you can banish one Dragunity monster from your grave and target one monster on the field and banish it. You can do that as many times as you want. So this is your follow-up and a board clean to make your presence on the field more threatening going second. Savage Dragon, obviously, end board. Crystal Wing, amazing 5th summon, Nibiru protection and hand type protection. Jade, the deck lives and breathes. Dragunity Knight Jade. Trying to resolve this as many times as possible, adding and pitching your heart and soul of the deck. Barcha, really cool that it allows you to equip as many tuners from the graveyard as possible, allowing link plays to be a lot easier, and your follow-up towards cards like Duel and Lockbird. Atum, OG LP, Nibiru token is inexplainable. Hermetic Seals the Heaven Spheres, bouncing and non-targeting removal, plus it's a float. Pisty, Monster Reborn, Triple Burst for your zonings for Pisty, and Saryuja. This card allows you to draw into the hand traps that you have for a cross out or whatever you side. This card also allows you to just special summon from the hand if you need to fix a play or error that you've made in your combo line. It's a really, all in all, really good dragon that gets overlooked, and I think it's absolutely mandatory. My side deck. On the 1 Boral Sword Dragon, 2 Nibiru, already have 1 in the deck. 2 Droll, with the last one in the deck main. 3 Dark Ruler No Mores, amazing card. I picked this card over Forbidden Droplets due to the fact that card economy is really, really crucial in this deck. 3 Dragunity Whirlwind, your follow-up play, and just in case you don't have combo in your hand, this card is 1 card combo. 2 Lightning Storms and the 2 Blizzards. Amazing card going first. This card is really overlooked. It can target 1 face-up spell your opponent controls, this turn negate it, sending it back to the hand, and getting all additional copies. Stopping things like Widow Anchor or even Drytron ritual spells, fusion spells, things like that. This card has unbelievable card economy. Even it can stop Dark Ruler No More and yes, Droplets itself. Unless they send a spell, which sucks. But usually that doesn't happen. And then we got Lightning Storm. Back row hate. I'd love to run more back row hate, but this is kind of what I've come up with for now. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel and the deck profile. Please comment below if you really think Dragunity can keep up with the meta today. And let me know what archetypes you guys are playing for the upcoming meta. And let me know if you're going to any YCS or regionals around you, as I'm checking out the Greenville, South Carolina one in April. Really excited to bring Dragunity to the meta. And like, share, and